Hello and welcome! My name is Parky and today we're going to be starting a brand new playthrough of Cities Skylines. Interestingly, I've actually never played this game before. I've obviously missed out on something. I've kind of been waiting for all the hype to pass before having a more relaxed look at the game. So let's get on with it, enough waffling. Right, so I'm assuming that this is going to be working like a lot of other city builder games, so let's have a little look at our resources that we've got on offer here. So we've got oil, I guess, or farm and forestry. Okay, interesting. This is slightly different from all the other ones that I've played. So of course we want a good balance between all these things, including amount of water and, well, I would assume that all of these outside connections would stay the same. Oh no, okay, fair enough. Okay, now I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to go with the green plane. So I had a little flick through all the others and it appears this has a pretty good balance of everything. It also has all the different kinds of connections and everything. I don't know whether that's particularly relevant or not, but I'm just going to go with it. Connection is going to be good, right? So, oh look, we've actually got an option here to select left-hand traffic. And being an Englishman, I guess I will go for that. Although I think that's a bit more unusual everywhere else, like America and other places. Now, I do tell a slight lie when I say that I haven't played this before. Well, I haven't actually played it. What I have done, though, is I've started looking into how to play it, so I'm not a complete buffoon when I start. However, that's still probably going to happen, so bear with me. I'm certainly not expecting me to be particularly good at this. Okay, right, so I believe that what happens here is we get a small starting area. And I don't even know if I have to explain this really. I think most people and their dogs have played this game by now. However, this area will expand slowly as your city level it gets bigger, as it were. So yeah, we've got a load of milestones here. I think this is what we need to do in order to unlock new buildings and other gubbins. But yeah, apparently we need a population of 500 people before we get to the next stage. I don't know when you unlock these unique buildings and stuff. Oh, reach population 1,000 and 80,000. Thank you very much, game. You have explained everything to me perfectly well so far. Right, so let's build some roads. And I think what we're going to have to do is connect it up here. So I guess what we could probably do is, let's not go for this road here. Zoom in quickly. I think we're going to start with a very generic, straight road right across the back here. There we go. Right. Oh, and we can actually build different kinds of roads. I didn't even look into that. I am completely useless. Okay, I guess this probably would have been a slightly better one to build, but you know, it doesn't matter. We can change all this in the future. I don't know whether you can even upgrade roads, to be honest, but we're going to soon find out all of these lovely things. So looking at our little area here, we've got a bit of river over this side. It looks very glum, doesn't it, today? And I guess as we get bigger, we're also going to expand into these river areas here, these intersections and other stuff. So we don't need to worry too much, I guess, about our initial layout, as we're going to probably have more space to deal with, to play with in the future anyway. So let's just stick with what we're doing right now. Oh, that's actually interesting. I didn't know this was in the game. You can actually create a two-lane one-way road, which means obviously cars can only flow in one direction. That's very interesting. I haven't seen any other city games that allow you to do that. So I guess because I'm completely useless and don't really know how to do nice road structures with curves or anything like that, and also because it's my first time playing, I'm going to probably go with a slightly, well, terribly boring layout of road, which is to do a nice square pattern. Is this a good spacing? I don't really know. How big are the buildings? How big are they? Damn it. Okay, well, whatever. We're going to find this out very soon. So I think the first thing we're going to need to do is probably place down some housing, our nice area where people are going to live. So let's do that. I think what we're going to do is we're going to just fill this entire area with green. It's probably a button I can hold down to auto-fill the entire area. Or this, right? No? Marquee? Small brush? Large brush? Fill. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, let's just go filling this area. Right. So something like that would do for now. As I said, I'm just getting to grips with this, so bear with me if you can. And if I'm guessing correctly, I suppose we could probably do some commercial as well. As obviously people like to have places to go and buy their shit, as it were. So let's put a load of that down there. I don't know if that's far too much or whatever, but that's fine, we'll do that. All these other things, office zones, high density commercial, high density residential. Right, okay, so we probably need some industrial as well. Is there a particularly good place to place industrial? The answer is probably. Do I know how to find that place? Probably not. How do I check... Oh, Chirper, is that like Twitter? Keep an eye on what your citizens are talking about and what's happening around the world. Cool, right, okay. So we've got some stuff here, I guess... Ah, here we go, perfect. So wind... Right, so we probably want to be placing our wind turbines down in this area here if we're going to use those. In terms of traffic, we don't need to worry. Citizen happiness as well. Water... Oh, this is interesting. It looks like there's a direction that the water flows in. Ah, right. I think this is something I was reading about. You need to place your water intake, which you're going to supply your houses with, in the, well, the downwards of the stream, or the top part of the stream where you're not going to be flowing it. God, what am I talking about? And so basically I'm going to put my water intake here and my sewage water outtake, or shit outtake as I like to call it, down in this side, because obviously you don't want to be putting your shit at the top and then using it as drinking water. I think that's the idea anyway. And then electricity obviously is used, you get that from wind turbines or whatever you place down. Right, so what we're going to be doing. What we are going to be doing indeed is we need to be looking at our wind. So I think... we're going to place down a wind turbine. I guess we probably should put down some road first. Just putting it out there. So let's put down some road like this, and then attempt to put down our wind turbine. Does it even have to be on a road? I don't even think it has to be on a road, so this isn't necessarily correct. I think we could probably just put it here. Let's just put it there. And then unusually, unlike other games, you actually have to connect the wind turbine up to areas, so there's this sort of area connecting or around the wind turbine. I don't know if it's going to actually show us. Is it this blue area? I think this might be the blue area, where you actually have to place down this, and then this will spread the I'm trying to come across as if I know what I'm talking about here. This will spread the love, spread the power to the houses within the vicinity. Obviously this will actually require me to have some houses down here, but we won't worry about that quite yet. I think we can probably just put it along here for now. And you don't need this to go to all of the houses, just within the range of one, I believe. So let's just do that. And of course what we're also going to need is our water pumping stations. Let's put this right up here, as far up as we can. And we'll also go for the... what is this? Water drain pipe? Pumps out water waste. Remember to avoid pumping sewage upstream. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about earlier. We'll put this here. Right. Now obviously I can foresee this being a bit of an issue in the future, because if these borders expand, then we're not going to be able to take any drinking water from this part of the river, which is not great. So I guess we've got to... we've actually got a lot of water around us, so I'm not too worried about this right now. Right, so then what we need to do is, I think... I'm right in saying we need to connect these together somehow like this, because then they do inflow and outflow at the same time. I don't even know if I needed to make a junction quite like this, but this is what we're going with. This is what we're doing, damn it. I have no idea. And then, I'm not really sure if this is correct. I suppose I should really be... Should I be... Oh, actually, I think this does matter how I do this. I guess I can just lay them under the roads like this. Because if we're not going to have any buildings... Oh, this is a really terrible... This is a terrible, terrible design. This is what I mean. You're going to have to bear with me slightly, because I'm completely new to the concepts of this game. So we're going to put down one here like that, and we're also going to put down one like so. I think the people living in this little area here are going to have something to complain about, but for now this will do. Right. And also I think what we have to do is we have to connect this up to the power. Let's do that as well. So we need to do something. I believe this is the case. I'm not entirely sure now that I'm saying all of this. So let's do that. Can we actually unpause this so we can see things in action? That might be a good idea. And then we can also put one over here, like this. Now, admittedly, the guide that I've been watching is actually when it very first came out, the game, so I'm not sure whether anything's changed in the meantime. I think when the guide I'm watching is every building has an area, and it was in white. It was highlighted in white, but obviously this is blue now, so I have no idea. I guess this is pretty much what we want. I have no clue. But there we go. That's basically as far as I got with the tutorials. But I guess that's kind of all we need for now. So let's close this down. How are we doing? Have we got anyone moving in yet? We have indeed. Look at this. The first lucky people to move into the town. And of course, one of the major things that we need to actually do with our town is name it. And in classic style of mine, we are going to call our city Parkystan. I think it's now Parkystan the 8th, or maybe it's the 9th. I shall have to look into this. But I shall use that as the title of this video, so we'll all know after all what number of Parkystan it is. The funny thing about Parkystan is that it keeps popping up all over the world, to the point where I'm starting to believe that every city that's ever been founded was at one point called Parkystan. Fun fact. Okay, so here we go. Everyone's actually lacking power. And I think that is, as I said, because we need to run power lines to them, and I've done this in a really stupid way. Right, so if we take this across here, they should now, hopefully, all be getting power shortly. There we go. Wonderful. Right, and they've all got sewage and water as well. So that is all fine and dandy. We are currently losing 1,000... What is this money called? Cents? Dollars? Parkolians? I kind of want to call it Parkolians, but I know everyone will rage, so maybe I won't. There's probably an official term for the money. I have yet to find it, though. Okay, it doesn't look as if it actually does have a name. I'm sure it does somewhere in writing. But I'm just going to call it Parkolians, because this is Parkystan after all. Can we rename this as well? Oh, we can. Wonderful. Parkystan. The... Having to think of my Roman numerals now. Oh no, that's ones. Parkystan 8. Everyone's fucking miserable. And that is a classic sign of it being Parkystan as well, because no one is ever happy. Now these people actually have no... What are these? Drugstores. Okay, so drugstores need power, of course they do, and they also need water. So let's get on that, shall we? So let's expand our water flowage. Our water flowage. Official term there. And I guess we're eventually going to need to expand it down here anyway. So let's just do that now. And in terms of this as well, I suppose we can do something along these lines. Oh well, so this does actually stop you placing down housing in that area. That's interesting. We're learning on the fly here, people. That is certainly true. Right, so let's speed this up. Good to know that we can speed this up as well. So eventually all these people are going to start moving in. How much can we zoom here, just out of interest? Quite a bit. Quite a bit indeed. Wow, the buildings. It's the fastest construction I've ever seen. Incredible. So these are very nice multi-tone houses. Nice apartment block here as well. So we need education, other stuff. I believe we don't actually have access to any of this until we have 500 people living here. So we've actually got a population counter here. Population of 0. Oh, we can rename districts, building, cars, citizens and other objects by clicking on their name in the relevant window. Oh, that's cool. Can we rename the streets as well? That would be very cool indeed. Okay, so this is our current population. I find it hard to believe that we currently have a population of 0. And I guess this is our weekly change. Okay, fine. So all these people are slowly moving in. It seems like these houses are being built, but there's no one actually living here. Which is a bit odd. We have connected this correctly, haven't we? No, we haven't. This is outflow. God damn it, Parky, what are you doing? I'm such a spacker, honestly. Just don't even mention this. So now is this going to allow us to get people coming in? I bloody hope so. Ah, here we go. Perfect. So that was the problem. First problem solved. Oh dear, you can tell how this is all going to go. Not very well. Okay, so these guys are complaining because they don't actually have any people to work there, nor do they have people to start shopping. This is literally Twitter, isn't it? Ashlyn Dixon. Congratulations! Reached population of 500. Lovely. Okay, so we've actually now got a worthy village. We're worthy village status. Reached population of 1,000. Now, for all I know, I've probably placed down a shit ton too many people, which is going to be a massive issue indeed. But we've actually unlocked a load of these other things. I'm just going to pause it now so that I can get my head around these as well. So you've got a garbage collection. In fact, one of the things I should probably do is place down some industrial. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place down industrial around the main entrance area here, because I think that's probably going to be the best place. I don't know, I'm just guessing. So I'm just going to put it there for now. I'm not really sure how I'm planning out all of this at this point in time. But whatever, it doesn't matter, that's what I'm trying to say. Right, healthcare. So to keep your citizens healthy, make sure they have enough healthcare. I don't know how... Okay, ambulances travel out to pick up sick people. Right, okay. So it does have a range. Interesting. So I guess what we could probably do is place down this here. A health centre, that seems like a pretty good place for it. Obviously we're going to unlock upgrades for these at some point in the future. We've also got education. I'm assuming this works in pretty much the same way. We're going to have a range of effect, area of effect as it were. So I guess we can put this down here as well. Unfortunately it's not going to get these people up here. I can probably do that a little bit better, can't I? So what are the criteria for this level? Just population of 1,000. Fine. I think we can do that. And then we're going to unlock the police and firehouse. Oh, and we get an expanded area as well. So this is what I was mentioning earlier about the borders of the world expanding. For those of you who've actually played this a lot before, which I'm assuming a lot of you have, then I do apologise if I'm spending too long explaining things, or taking too long to just generally pick them up myself. Because, as I say, I am completely new at this. Healthcare for everyone. Citizens flock to get treatment for various ailments. How lovely. Right, so now I've noticed that there's lacking power over here. Oh no, it looks as if it's fine. I have no idea. So we can actually only place down one of these. Actually, no, what is this? Landfill site. Okay, healthcare centre. Not enough money. Right, I see. I see how it is, game. I see how it is. At least it makes it completely obvious to you when you can't afford things. That is particularly helpful. Okay, so we've got a nice little area in the corner here, currently. It looks as if we're probably going to need some more power coming in. Yeah, electricity available is not very good right now. I think what we need how much of this? 6,000. Right, so I guess this is going to be a bit of an issue. We are currently getting about 250, slowly creeping up. What did I call them again? Parkolians per turn. So I guess we can just wait until that slowly ticks up. It hopefully won't take too long. And in fact, none of this area over here is getting any water either. So what we should probably do is take this down like so. Okay, so that's sorted out that problem over there. I think we are definitely going to need some more power coming in, unfortunately. Renegade group of archaeologists, go away game, discovered that pyramids are indeed landing platforms for spaceships. Lovely. I always thought that. I've just never had enough proof. Oh, wonderful. We've actually unlocked some more services. Now, one of the problems I'm facing instantly is that there are loads of people in the town. However, we actually don't have enough power or water to cover any of them, so they're all sort of leaving, which is kind of a problem. Now, I don't really see the way around this aside from waiting until our money gets up to par and now enabling us to actually buy another one of these turbines. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of waiting in this. What's wrong with our garbage collection service, man? God, Charles, calm down. Be patient, man. I'm new at this. I'm not a very good lawyer. Jesus. Jesus Christ, man. I guess what we could do is actually place some services in the middle of these strips. I'm guessing that this probably isn't the most efficient way to lay out roads, which is why there's these sort of big gaps, these sausages. Sausages! It's an official term, you know, building term. These sausages of open space are in between the rows of houses. Okay, so I guess we're almost at the point where we can afford some more power. I think I'm going to go with power before water. It seems that everyone's just complaining about water, but they're just saying it's too expensive. But I assume, can... There's a lot of assumption going on in this episode. I don't know how many times I've just said assume in a sentence or a period of time. But yeah, I'm assuming that if you just place down some more of these, eventually things are going to get better. Okay, now I'm not sure whether this is an area of effect. Again, I'm going to guess maybe it's going to be less efficient if I place it right next to this one. Not entirely sure. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to place it here. So I would like to think this is now, because the blues are connected together, they're just running into both of these turbines together like that. Okay, so green energy, it seems like that's actually worked. Thank God, I'm wiping my brow slightly here. And then the next thing that we need to do is connect up the power over here. So, of course, alternatively, what we could do is expand the housing so that they go down this line here, so then we wouldn't need to keep building more power lines. But I think that seems far too silly for this early on time. Now, we've got a lot of abandoned buildings. I'm not sure how abandoned buildings work in this game. I guess we could just bulldoze them. Although I'm not sure whether this is the best way of getting people to move back in. It seems that bulldozing doesn't actually remove the zoning, so I guess we could just do this to try and speed up the process of people moving in. I have no idea. We're a worthy village, look at this. So we've actually unlocked some new specialisations, policies and buildings. We've got a fire service and a police service as well. Look at this progress. We're doing so well. I'm sure it will get to the point in the game, like every other city builder, where we'll get stuck and everything will go horribly wrong. All in the space of about 5 minutes, and then we'll be completely screwed and won't be able to do anything else. Actually looks as if abandoned buildings get replaced anyway over time, but whatever. Whatever, my dear friends. We are impatient youth, so we can't be bothered to wait. This is probably a horrible layout, but whatever. Okay, well, it seems like a good place to end the first episode. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave your support in the comment section below. Also leave constructive criticism. Constructive is the key word there. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, awkward, awkward goodbye. Awkward.